This month. In addition, he says it will soon be possible to bring home an Army Combat Brigade for a total force reduction of 5,700 troops by Christmas.
This week, as we will forever, we remember those lost on September 11th. And this week, Washington refocuses on Iraq. But the question of Iraq is separate from September 11th, as it always has been, whatever George Bush would have us believe. Likewise, supporting our troops and pursuing a failed war are not the same things, whatever George Bush would have us believe. All Americans honor the incredible sacrifice of our troops. They've done everything asked of them with courage and resolve. Now, we should bring them home. They are policing a civil war, and the only way to end that civil war is for both sides, Sunni and Shia, to take responsibility to end it by agreeing to a political solution. And the only way to force them to take responsibility is to withdraw our troops, starting now. Unfortunately, the president is pressing on with the only strategy he's ever had: more time, more troops, and more war. In January, after years of evidence that military actions cannot force a political solution, the president announced a military surge to force a political solution. In May, he vetoed a plan to end the war, demanded more time to show the surge could work, and Congress gave it to him. Now, after General Petraeus reports the surge has produced no progress toward a political solution, what does the president want? More time for the surge to work, when all of us know it won't. Our troops are stuck between a president without a plan to succeed and a Congress without the courage to bring them home. But Congress must answer to the American people. Tell Congress you know the truth. They have the power to end this war, and you expect them to use it. When the president asks for more money and more time, Congress needs to tell him he only gets one choice: a firm timeline for withdrawal. No timeline, no funding, no excuses. It is time to end this war. I'm John Edwards, and I approve this message.
The September report was basically much ado about nothing because nothing was decided. What we've decided to do is take the surge, which was supposed to last 6 months, and make it 18 months. The president is making a virtue out of necessity. You cannot continue the surge past next spring.
And there are not enough replacement troops for all of the troops that are currently in Iraq.
And it has nothing to do with conditions on the ground, and has everything to do with the excessive strains that our men and women are facing over there in Iraq.
When the president completes this drawdown in the summer of 2008, we'll be back to where we were before he started the surge, with no meaningful political progress and an awful lot of American blood and money spent.
%92 of those experts believe that the war in Iraq has had a negative impact on U.S. national security.
And that we are very vulnerable to another attack on the United States.
Even conservatives feel that the war in Iraq is not making the U.S. safer.
A major U.S. presence in Iraq for the next 10 years means that the United States will be mired in a problem that we cannot ultimately determine, and we will be unable to deal with the other problems in the world.
We're not winning the war on terror. Al-Qaeda has reconstituted itself. Perceptions of the United States are at all-time lows around the world, especially in the Muslim Arab world, and there's no end in sight.
All indications are that President Bush has no clear idea of what the way forward is. We still don't have the answers to the most important questions, the strategic questions of what is the end state, how long will it take us to get there. These questions I don't think President Bush has a clear answer to, because I think his strategy here is simply to hand off the Iraq policy to his successor.
Imagine if flowers fell from the sky.
Imagine if there were no bombs.
Imagine there's no heaven.
Imagine if everybody was happy.
It's easy if you try.
Imagine if there were no borders. No hell below us.
Imagine if everyone would live in peace and harmony.
Above us only sky.
Imagine if there were no war.
Imagine all the people living life in peace.
Imagine if there was human rights for everyone.